How's it going, guys? This is Richie again, back with Pokemon Go ASMR, and today I will just be doing a what's in my bag and just kind of going through some descriptions of things in an item bag in Pokemon Go. If you don't know what they are, and if you do, just want to stay around for the ASMR, then definitely go ahead and do that. So let's just get started. So we're going to go ahead and click in the Pokeball and go to items. Now, as you can see, there's potions, revives, Pokeballs, berries, gift stickers, and a bunch of other things that I will just be talking about and going through. Tickets and all those things, lore modules. So, yeah, I will just be going through them briefly, just talking about them and how many I have and all those things. So, yeah, just starting off at the top, of course, this is an item bag, and I have what used to be the maximum, which was 7,300 slots to have items. I think they actually just increased it like a day or two ago. Today is November the 21st, so I don't remember how long ago they increased it, but it was just recently this week. So yeah, they increased it by 500, I believe, so now you can hold up to 7,800 items, which is a lot, to be honest. So yeah, and and it looks like I have 7,285 of those slots filled, so 15 more and I would be at the cap. And then, just to show you guys that you can change it to a grid style, so you can just take a look at your items a little bit faster. This is good if you just want to take a good overview of everything that you have, just by, makes it a little faster to scroll through your items. And then if you go back to the listing view, it's going to give you descriptions. So I'll just go by groups and then I'll go by individual item. So the first group is medicines, and these are all potions and revives. So I'm sticking to the first kind of subgroup in medicines is potions. So I have 7 potions, 3 super potions, 16 hyper potions, 93 max potions, 13 revives, and 105 max revives. Now let's go back to potions. It mentions a spray type medicine that restores the HP of one Pokemon by 20 points. Super potion. A spray type medicine, that restores the HP of one Pokemon by 50 points. Hyper potion. A spray type medicine that restores the HP of one Pokemon by 200 points. And lastly, for potions, is Max Potion, a spray type medicine that completely restores all HP of a single Pokemon. Now, as you guys can see, the most that I have are Max Potions, and then second is Hyper Potions. So, of course, going down the line, as you guys saw, regular potions only giving you 20 points increase, and then 50 point increase for super potion, and then 200 increase for hyper potion. So I usually just dump the regular potions and super potions out to make more room for these are so much better to have because they actually revive Pokemon faster, or if not, in most cases, fully. So obviously Max Potion revives in full, like the description mentions, and Hyper Potions can honestly revive like 99% of Pokemon. I think the only Pokemon that I've ever had trouble is with like a high level Blissey, which, if you guys know, Blissey has a huge a number for HP. It's the best Pokemon to use for gym defending. If you know, you know. But I will get into gym defending another day. So let's go ahead and delete the super potions. So that just leaves us with the 2 potions that I deem to be the most important. And typically, if I have more max potions than this, if I have like over 120, I'll also delete the hyper potions because max potions are more valuable, and again, like to make space for better items that I like to use. So next is revives, and there's 2 types of revives, of course. So the first one being a regular one, just called revive, and described as a medicine that can revive fainted Pokemon. It also restores half of a fainted Pokemon's maximum HP. And next is Max Revive, a medicine that can revive a fainted Pokemon. It also fully restores a fainted Pokemon's maximum HP. So, as you guys can see, Max Revives being the better revives. And same thing with potions. I will usually get rid of the regular revives if I have over like 120 or so of max revives. But in this case, I will keep it just because, I still don't have enough max revives, and I potentially might do some raiding this weekend because there's gonna be some solid raids out, and then maybe I can show you guys some raids that I do, and then just let you guys see what I catch. So next group is going to be Pokeballs, and as you guys see, there's 4. So there's Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball. And as you notice, one actually does not have that trash icon to get rid of the Pokeball because it's a very special item. So I have 625 regular Pokeballs. I have 160 Great Balls. I have 4,543 Ultra Balls. Okay, so the first one, Pokeball description: a device for catching wild Pokemon. It's thrown like a ball, comfortably encapsulating its target. Next one, Great Ball: a high performance ball with a higher catch rate than a standard Pokeball. Next one is an Ultra Ball, which is mentioned as an ultra performance ball with a higher catch rate than a Great Ball. So, as you guys saw, it goes in a tier list. So, I will let you know that there's a reason why actually the numbers are the way that they are. So, I have a lot of regular balls because I have an auto catcher, and an auto catcher is a device that helps you catch Pokemon while you don't have the game open. I won't go too much into that, but I will, maybe discuss it in another video. But that's pretty much why I have way more Pokeballs than Great Balls. So the reason why I have less Great Balls is not just because of the reason that I previously mentioned for the Pokeballs and about the auto catcher, but it's also because I use Great Balls the most. Those are the ones that I use for regular catching, like 99% of the time, unless I encounter a really good Pokemon. And then Ultra Balls I use for special events. These Ultra Balls are, of course, the highest catching rate that you will see for just, regular Pokeballs, at least for now, because I know that we have a new Pokeball that was just announced, which is the Safari Ball, and I will talk about that later in another video. But Ultra Balls are special because if you have a really good event with maybe like starter Pokemon are always very hard to catch. They have a high catch rate that Ultra Balls will do the job for it. So then that way you're not wasting too many Great Balls or regular Pokeballs. You just leave the regular Pokeballs for the auto catcher to use. And then I use the Great Balls just again for consistent throwing and catching, and then Ultra Balls for the special Pokemon. Now, 4,000, over 4,000 is very excessive, but that's just the way that I've been playing the game. I've been trying to kind of like dispose of them, but I'll be honest, I have kind of almost been taking like slightly a break from Pokemon. I still play daily, like I'll still open it and like catch and do some tasks, but I haven't been as on the game as I usually was. But yeah, let's keep going. And then the last one, which is I only have one, is Master Ball, which is the best Pokeball with the ultimate level of performance. With it, you will catch any wild Pokemon without fail. So this Pokeball is obviously special. It will let you catch any Pokemon out there. It's a guaranteed catch, so very special. And we've actually have been able to encounter this Pokeball, or this Ultra Ball, a few times. A couple times, I believe it was like paid, but other couple times were also just given to you with free research. So, very special ball to have. But yeah, let's keep it moving. So, berries. So, there's raspberries, which I have 8 of them. Nana berries, which I have 10 of them. Pineapple berries, which I have 178 of them. Golden raspberries, which I have 598 of them. And silver pineapple berries, which I have 473 of them. Now, berries, of course, are there to help you out when you're catching Pokemon, so they assist in different ways. So let's go through them. Raspberries, what do they do? Feed this to a Pokemon to make it easier to catch. Raspberries are somewhat useful. They're better paired with like an Ultra Ball, because if you are already throwing an Ultra Ball, it already has a higher catch rate because those are the best Pokeballs to use that you can consistently get. And then throwing a raspberry will just, enhance it just a little bit more. Nana berries, feed this to a Pokemon to calm it down, making it less erratic. This, even though it kind of works it does work, I guess, with regular Pokemon, this one is probably the best for Shadow Pokemon because Shadow Pokemon, in my personal experience, just have a very easier catch rate than regular Pokemon, as long as you can make them like stop moving because they're consistently move. So they're great for that. And actually, both of those berries, raspberry, nana berries, I personally don't really use them to catch Pokemon, because as you see the numbers for some other berries that I will talk about in just a second, I will just dump these into gyms, and dumping them into gyms will give you a whole lot of Stardust, and I'll get into that method in another video, and I'll show you guys, how I go through feeding Pokemon in gyms. So next one is Pineapple Berry. Feed this to a Pokemon to receive more candy when you catch it. Very useful berry. If it's a Pokemon that you need to evolve, or you need to power up, always shoot some Pineapple Berries, especially if it's a very meta-relevant Pokemon. Meaning that, having a Pokemon like that, like a Dragonite, a Mewtwo, like any like good useful Pokemon from any type, like a Fairy type, Dragon type, Water type, whatever you need, you should always use a Pineapple Berry to get those additional candies. And there's a lot of good helpful tricks on getting the most amount of candies as possible. Once again, I could talk about that later because it's a whole topic in itself. Next one is golden raspberries. And as you guys see, I have a substantial amount. This is not normal, especially to like free-to-play players, and also to just regular players who might not be as insane as some other people. But shares the same name as a raspberry, but it's a golden berry, and this will make it substantially easier to catch. These berries are actually not encountered in the wild, so if you spin a Pokestop trying to achieve to get this type of berry, you will not receive it. You can only get this when you will finish raids, or now that Dynamax has been introduced, you can receive it through Dynamax battles. So there's sometimes like some special research or field research that you can receive these berries, but yeah, you'll see that. And then lastly is silver pineapple berries. So this is described as feed this to a Pokemon to receive more candy when you catch it and make it easier to catch. So a silver pineapple berry is a better pineapple berry combined with a raspberry. So this is always good. This is always a good berry to use when you encounter a shiny legendary Pokemon. And the reason why I say that is because if you've played the game, and if you don't know, I will let you know here, when you start raiding and you encounter a shiny legendary, it's going to be a guaranteed catch. So it doesn't matter how bad you throw the ball, as long as you hit the Pokemon to catch it, you are going to catch it. So it's always the best idea to use a silver pineapple berry so that you can enhance that candy catching. And just so you know, so a regular pineapple multiplies candies times 2. So the base of catching Pokemon is always going to be 3 candies per catch. If you use again the pineapple berry, it'll increase it by 6. Or I'm sorry, it'll increase it to 6. So multiply it times 2. And the silver pineapple berry will multiply it times 2.33, meaning that you're going to be receiving 7 candies for the catch. Okay, so those are just some helpful tips on all these items. We went through a list of 3, which is medicine, Pokeballs, and berries. I will go through gifts, trainer boosts, other items, and raid passes, lure modules, and so there's still a few more categories. Don't want to make this video extremely long, but I'll just go through it in sessions. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for the support. I keep seeing certain people, watching my videos, or I mean not certain people, but I keep seeing just a view in there, a view every now and then, just popping up. So thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the